I wanted to make this video because two of the top 25 teams coming into this season, both were pretty, sought after for, hey, this team could win the ACC championship and this team could potentially go through the gauntlet of the SEC and come out champs. And now, as we sit, begs you to ask the question, okay, so now what? How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another video. So if you couldn't tell from the context clues, I'm obviously talking about two teams. I'm talking about the Florida Gators, but as well, I'm talking about the Clemson Tigers. Both of these teams, respectfully, have had kind of a louder offseason. A lot of people are talking about Texas Tech, how much money they spent in NIL, transfer quarterbacks like John Mateer going to Oklahoma. Oh gosh, what else? Kincaid Klubnik finally figured out, turned around. Does Dabo have one more in him? And then kind of DJ Lagway and how this is going to be a huge test for Florida and Napier considering the schedule that they have coming up. Those were some of the biggest off-season talking points coming into this season. And now, as we sit, I even made a video, and in my prediction video for Clemson, I talked about we could sit and there could be a moment here where if Clemson's not careful, they're sitting 1-2 after week 3. There's the makings of an upset written all over it. But then as well, like with the Florida schedule, and we seen everything, like they have to play Texas. They had to play, they got to play Miami upcoming here. We knew that it wasn't going to be an easy schedule. It wasn't going to be, even winning 7 or 8 games was going to be a miracle. Because we knew every single, besides the Mississippi State, unless Mississippi State, because they did get an upset on Arizona State, and unless they continue to win and they get ranked, potentially every single opponent, I believe, except Kentucky, could be a ranked matchup for Florida. And so, I don't want to panic too much yet as, the Gators continue their season. I'm going to say right now, if the Gators go 9-3 and they manage to turn this around, do not be surprised if they're team 11 or 12 that go in. There were people who were vouching for South Carolina and Alabama to get in with a 9-3 record. So don't be surprised on that. You look at it now and you go, well, who else do we have coming up? 4 out of your next 5 opponents are going to be ranked. Again, unless Mississippi is ranked. But you have Miami, you have Texas, you have Georgia, and then you have Texas A&M, who, by the way, just won at the last second. They won by 1 point against Notre Dame. This Florida team, they got a gauntlet coming up. And so I think, I'm trying to look at the positives here. I don't think necessarily it's over yet. I think if they can run the table, because we're seeing that Texas is kind of struggling too with Arch Manning. If they can run the table, could they run into Georgia maybe in the SEC championship or LSU in the SEC championship? Maybe, but again, they have to win out. They cannot lose another game. And then when you look at Clemson's schedule, I'm looking at that game at the end of the season, the South Carolina one, because usually that's a rivalry game and sometimes you can't gauge who's going to win it. But they also have 2 other big games, Florida State and Louisville, because that's a trap game. They got to win out too as well. And it makes you kind of go, okay, could they potentially win the ACC? Could this be a game, a series like how, you string together a few bad games and then it determines the rest of your season, kind of like how it was in 2021, where it was Wake Forest, if I'm not mistaken, Wake Forest and Pitt, who ended up playing in the ACC championship game that year. But I just wanted to make this video real quick on how we had these huge high expectations on, okay, these two teams could be one of the final teams when it's all said and done. And wow, they came out of the gate slow. They're both 1-2. Not going to be ranked for a pretty long time unless they turn it around. But what are your guys' thoughts on Florida and their expectations and where they're at right now? Is the season over? Be sure to let me know in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next video.